we can talk about the list a little bit. I do think, like, you know, the more and more I build Pioneer decks, the more there's just, like, no good 2-mana creatures in, like, the entire format. There's very, very few good 2-mana creatures. Grim Flayer is kind of the best one in the whole format. Decay is also a premier removal spell. Decay is really, really good. I also love Tireless Tracker. I think Tireless Tracker is very good power level for the format. Obviously, you don't have true fetch lands, but you do have these Fabled Passages, or a bit more in on this card in this deck. I used to play a lot of Questing Beasts when I used to play this deck. I think that this card is still good. I could be wrong, but I do think it is not great against the fatal pushes of the format. But Revolt is not the easiest to get, and it does dodge a lot of red removal. It's actually pretty good against, like, March, and I've seen a lot of portable holes lately, too. Is this a Caryatid deck? No, I think Caryatid's, like, usually better if you're playing more colors than this. Thank you, Beta. Okay, let's keep this. I'm going to play Overgrown Tomb on turn 1 and get a little bit punished if I draw a second Hive, I guess. Yeah, there is Death Ray Shaman in this format. Unfortunately, it's just, like, you know, no fetch lands. Yeah, I think Knight of Malice is, like, this card I think is pretty hard for Blue-White Control to beat, and Blue-White Control, also my testing has been so popular. It is, like, by far the most common deck I've played against. DMD with the 15 months, appreciate ya. About splashing for Mending and March? I don't know. I'll work on Phoenix. Again, my opinion might change. Maybe you can splash white, but yeah, I do think that is a big issue for the archetype to overcome, is, like, the lack of good discard outlets. Team with the 15, Smooch with the 13. Thank you guys so much. Oh, also, this is kind of the big thing I'm doing here that I haven't seen most mid-range decks doing. I'm playing 4 copies of Invoke Despair. Kind of think this card is great, and happy to be playing 4 copies today, I think. Thank you, Harold. Yeah, my mom got me this shirt yesterday. With Tome as the only true dual land, it's just to see how much Questing Beast and Invoke Despair interfere with each other. Yeah, me too. We do have an Urborg in the deck, and we could potentially build the mana base differently, but it's pretty tough. Like, you can maybe play real duels over the pathways. But it's also true that pathways are very good fixers in Pioneer. You do have an Urborg. It's just kind of tough. Okay, I'm gonna go Tracker, Pathway, Push, I think. I want to push now, so I'm not turning on Revolt for free for my opponent. What do you think of Binding of the Old Gods? I'd have to reread it. I know that it, like, mills you. I think I've cast this card before. Oh, no, not this one. I'm thinking of a different card. Yeah, I think 4 mana sorcery speed removal. I know that's like a 2-for-1, but just too slow. Maybe play the new Innistrad lands or the pathways. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. You could also play Blooming Marsh. Probably the new Innistrad slow lands. We'll kind of just see how the mana goes. Pioneer needs all check lands. I think it has all check lands. It has all check lands. But the issue is, like, you have a lot of non-swamp forests. So they're not actually that good fixers. Okay, they discarded Croxus. So they're really going to want to kill my my Graveyard Trespasser, right? Oh, they have a Blood Tithe Harvester. I guess this can turn on Revolt for them. Oh, no, they're dressing my Invoke Despair. Okay, that stinks. Dallas, 7 months, 7 months. I've been in my new job. Congratulations, congratulations. Hope it's going well. Am I going to kill the Fable? I guess I'm going to start off by triggering Tireless Tracker. Thoughtseizing my opponent. Chandra and Kalitas. Well, I think we just take the Chandra. And then sack a clue. Decay the Harvester. Get in. Ross, the 6 months. Thank you, Zax. That's an Obnixilis and Jund and Modern. The new Obnixilis has hard deck building requirements. Like, you need to be playing like creatures that like to be sacrificed, I think. So like you can play it in a deck where you build around it. I think just slapping it in normal Jund mid-range is not going to be a good strategy. Yeah, I don't think I care too much about Kalitas. I could be wrong. Oh boy. Well, thank you to the Thoughtseize bug. Oh, whoops. Thank you to my opponent's Urborg. So we're going to sack the Reflection. And they're going to take 4. We're going to draw 2 cards. Thank you, Bunham. Thank you, Han. Thoughts on the red-black Pioneer midrange deck opponent's playing? We played some of it on Monday. I've been working on it too. This has kind of been the version I've been playing, although I think I want to play Invoke Despair in this deck too. Okay, do I want to trade Tireless Tracker for Kalitas? Yes, I think. I'm really ahead. And I think the way we lose is my opponent like gets to keep their active Kalitas. I know that they get to gain life, they get a zombie. We just got a 3-for-1. We've got 2 clues. We're way ahead on mana. We still have our Harvester, our Trespasser. Okay, they have their own Trespasser. Ward is spells or abilities, so if I do plus my Liliana on this, they are going to get... we do have to discard a card in order to make that happen. I also have my Hive, the Eye Tyrant available. I could maybe just attack. Oh, well, I guess drawing this. Yeah, I think drawing this, I'm just going to attack and then play Liliana, plus on the zombie, play the second Trespasser. If they jump block, that's fine. I may just, like, shrink this, discard the Urborg. Or am I playing in the SCG event? I think I'm playing Just Got Lotus Field. That's what I decided to play. I am missing, like, a couple Seachrome Coast, I think, but we'll figure it out. Okay, Chandra. They have to discard their last card, which was a Fable. Their zombies being kept in check by Liliana. I can kill Chandra with my Hive, also. Might as well draw a card first. Could draw, like, a Questing Beast. No Questing Beast for me. Don't think it's too relevant when I choose to exile. What am I holding Urborg for? I have 3 more Tireless Trackers in my deck. I could also maybe want to discard to the Ward ability for Graveyard Trespasser. Lucid Memes, for the 8 months, appreciate you. Pioneer back on the menu indeed. This Den of the Bugbear can pressure my Liliana in a pretty meaningful way. But they draw and play a Kalitas instead. It's actually, I think, maybe just fine for me. Okay, let me minus... Oh. I guess I should sack my clue first. Okay, now I've got Delirium. Play a Trespasser. This only triggers off creatures, right? Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and just get my drain by exiling the Trespasser. Oh, it's night time. I didn't realize it was night. Okay. I think maybe exiling my own Trespasser is bad, but I'm not sure that we're going to get a good minus off here. Thank you, Doof, for the 7 months. Don't know for deck tech for Bantrack yesterday. Somehow blocked out that you played Bantrack 3 months ago. Yeah, I played it a few times. But yeah, obviously, like, I do think the deck is somewhat playable, but I do still think I'd just not really recommend it over Temur Rec ever. Did I turn off Delirium? Oh, no, I did turn off Delirium. Yeah, it was better to have Delirium by a lot. Although if they kill my Liliana this turn, I get it back. Or maybe I could just minus and get it again. Yeah, I am going to the SCG Con in Dallas this weekend. Watching Rebecca Anvil and playing quite a bit. What I say the deck's hardest matchups are. Titan's pretty bad. I'd say Rhinos is the hardest matchup. And obviously you have like 4 Maggots in the sideboard for Titan, so it's not as good as you'd like it to be, maybe, but it is beatable. What does Team Erect do that Bant doesn't? It gets to play Rin and 6. Rin and 6 is really all that. Okay. So they can't quite escape, and I can attack with my Trespasser next on the Kruxa, but then this gets to get eaten. Unless I plus on the Kalitas. Yeah, I think I'd like that. Just plus on the Kalitas. Fire up one of the 2 Hives. I've got decent attacks. How do you beat Tide with Mod Block Coffers? You're a Thoughtseize, Karn the Great Creator deck. Liliana's also pretty good against them, but Thoughtseize and Karn are your best cards. Or cool 2 months, thank you. Appreciate you. Am I doing deck text for Pioneer? I am, yeah. I am. The fact that you stream Pioneer to means you locked in deck for SCG Dallas. Yeah, I'm going to play the Just Get Lotus Field deck at Dallas. I think the deck's really well positioned. I am still kind of figuring out a couple of sideboard cards, a couple options, but I'm pretty happy with the choice. I play tested a little bit more off stream last night. I'm liking where the deck's at. Thank you, Mom. I thank you, Urkel, for the 10 months. Thank you for the 10 months and the happy birthday wishes. Wait, Kalitas has an activated ability? Oh man, I totally forgot about this line. Like really grindy game 1. How many hours per week do you play MTG? I probably on average play like 50 to 60 hours, and then I spend like another however long it takes to write my 2.5 articles a week. Just let me have like 10, 15 hours. And I mean, I mostly avoid burnout by just playing things I'm interested in and like always trying new stuff, but it can be and also like if I'm feeling burned out, I just try to take a little bit of a break. Which one am I playing here? Just Guy Scissors? Okay. Ornithopter. I like Ingenious Smith a lot. I might try to play the 4th copy of that. Okay. Expressive Iteration is like your only real red card. I know that you have the Bomat Couriers, but I feel like your mana just gets so much better if you just kind of lightly splash the Bomat Courier's activated ability and not try to be a true Jeskai deck. What are we doing here? I don't have any creatures in my graveyard right now. I could shrink this to a 3/4. A 3/5. Which I guess gets blocked, but then it grows here. Yeah, I think I'm just plussing this in passing, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, activate. Play this so that I can potentially double activate the Hives. I don't have a good attack if I double activate and attack, do I? No, they get to gain 6. There's no way it's a good attack. Yeah, I think I'd just like to see you cut these iterations from the main deck. You know, you've got Ingenious Smith for some card advantage. You're also like very much an aggro deck. I don't know that you need the card advantage very badly. And if you just play like maybe the 4th Springleaf Drum and the 4 Spire of Industry, that's enough to activate your Bomat Couriers, I think, too. You could potentially play a 3rd Ghostfire Blade, potentially play a 4th Portable Hole, or maybe I just want to see you up to like the full 4 Stubborn Denial. I can see that going a long way. At the very least, okay, you do have the other ones at the sideboard. Ghet is obviously good. You need to be playing some more sideboard cards for the Lotus Field matchup. You can't neglect that matchup at all. Either Damping Sphere or Damping Sphere if you go more for the red splash, Alpine Moon if you don't. Okay, opponent played Castle Lockdwain instead of using their blood token, so maybe they want to blood harvester them with the blood token. I guess I may be going for a Liliana ultimate, so we could just kind of wait a little bit here. Rest of the sideboard seems mostly fine. I might like to see Rest in Peace over Grafdigger's Cage. Cage being an artifact to hit off of your Smith is maybe better. Maybe second Grafdigger's Cage. I think I like Cage more than Lantern of the Lost too. How do you decide on pure combo versus combo control deck? I mean, that's just such a general question that I can't give you a generic answer to. You just have to take literally every situation by itself. Bunny did it so much, appreciate ya. Every situation is unique, every deck is different. And like, the answer is it's gonna like largely depend on like what your combo even is. Is Reckless Midrange tier 1 and Pioneer? I think it's very good, yeah. I will say that I am wanting to also play Invoke Despair, this card in the Reckless Midrange deck. But I haven't quite gotten around to testing it in this shell yet. I'm not really sure how to make room. I think that you probably cut the main deck Kolaghan's Commands, the Angrath, and the Sorin is kind of what I'm thinking, but I'm not sure. Okay, so now they can kill one of my 4 toughness creatures. If they kill one of these, though, it does require them to discard a card. Oh, this is Grim Flayer, still not Delirious. How do I get my roommate to rebuild Pioneer Soul Flayer? You build it for them, and then give it to them for a birthday gift. New Obelisk play at Anvil. Not in Modern, unless... Maybe in the sideboard in Modern, probably not the main deck. Maybe the sideboard, though. And... probably not in Pioneer either. Alright, do they feel they have attacks? Alright, Invoke Despair off the top does just win us the game. Have 2 left in the deck. Thoughtseize, probably worst spell we could draw. Although, we do just get to go... I think actually plus on a zombie. This way they have 1 less attacker that can deal damage, and I can try to ultimate this. Isn't Sorin a mana deck? Sorin's fine. Sorin's a solid 4-mana planeswalker. GFF, 10 months. Graduated college yesterday. Congratulations to you. Crazy to think I was watching for Bad Party 2 years. Yeah, awesome. Good job, good job. Not something I ever did. Do you have a code for something to help sign up for CFB Pro? Code Spike. Code Spike. So they're going to sack the O1s. Oh, they're going to castle. Okay. Guess that makes more sense. Am I jumping with Hive to try to ult? Yeah, I'm trying to ult here. I've got 2 Hive blockers. They're down to 1 card in their hands. But they're not... I guess they could activate Din to guarantee 1 damage to Liliana. I do have double Hive activation, don't I? Oh, no, I only have 1. Sorry, I thought I had double. I miscounted earlier. Well, then... I guess we just let Liliana die, and then we get Delirium. And then we could double Hive attack if we want. Vraska Golgari Queen. Could be blocked in there. I think it's probably just better to eat the zombie token. Such a tough game. Definitely feels like it's slipping away from me. I can go Vraska, kill a zombie, attack with Hive and Grim Flayer, hit my opponent for 7 or 5, depending on how they block. But then the Kalitas being unchecked is such a big problem that I think I'm just supposed to plus sacrifice a forest. I do have actually 3 fatal pushes to draw into here. Invoke Despair. Tireless Tracker is not bad. Gonna just crack now to try to draw the fatal push, I think. No, Questing Beast is interesting. I guess I'll fire off the Thoughtseize now. They do have a card in their hand. They'll probably, if it's a spell, they probably sack it to their blood token here. $30 from Existence. Awesome. Thank you so much for the happy birthday and the deck tech. Esper Soul Reanimator. Okay. Got Adorned Pouncer and Clackbridge Troll in here. Oh, we're trying to Soul Flare. I think you have entirely too many creatures. Let's see what this Thoughtseize hits. Okay, and I think I'm not attacking. I think I'm just pulling back. You have entirely too many creatures. Adorned Pouncer is also like, if you're going to play enablers for your Soul Flare, they need to be better than Adorned Pouncer. Don't get lost in the sauce with the internalized value. I would play the 4th Stripe Riverwinder every single time. Hexproof is just such a valuable ability, and the fact that this gets it into the graveyard really easily is nice. Play literally any other creature with Indestructible, I think. Wait, like, it was a Zatalpa? Why is this not a Zatalpa? Why is it Seraph of the Suns? You got, I would probably be playing, like, 3 Zatalpas. Maybe 4, so I also don't have to play Clackbridge Troll. You need to play 4 Markgraved, absolutely. For Persist. Is this really the best indestructible creature that gets persisted? There has to be something better. But I would still just play Zatalpa anyways. I don't know. Like, I mean, you obviously have some tension. So double block, I've got 8 toughness here. They can make this a 10-10. Okay, just let this happen. Yeah, you've got a... I think you just have to play Zatalpa. It's just, this card is just so weak. Yeah, I would also just like, I want to see, I think I would see 4 Riverwinders, 3s, maybe just 4 Riverwinders, 4 Zatalpas, and then you just get the Grave Titan, the Adorned Pouncer, Clackbridge Troll, Sphinx of the Steelwind out of there, and then that way you get to play 4th Markgrave, like 2nd Brutality, and then your sideboard needs to be basically entirely answers to Graveyard Hate because you don't have any ways to beat any Graveyard Hate right now. I think I'm gonna attack. So I would recommend 3rd Stony Silence. Yeah, I would probably in this list I probably wouldn't play the Sarah's Emissary, and I probably would cut down. I would probably play 4 Ending, like 4 Ending, 2 March, and then maybe go down to 1 Thoughtseize to play the 3rd Teferi, because Teferi is really important to beat Endurance. Cool list though. That's my thoughts. Okay, putting blood tokens away. Their Thoughtseize. They get a new card. Probably the best possible card. Although now they can't really attack, otherwise they lose their Chandra. Maybe they're just okay losing their Chandra if they get to drain for 7. What a swingy game. I really thought we were so ahead for most of this. I guess I'm gonna double Hive. Don't like that playing my land stops me from Tireless Tracking. So they get a zombie, we kill a zombie, they gain 7 life. Kill Chandra. We're at a relatively healthy life total though. Yeah, the Kalitas exiling my like questing beasts and stuff is pretty bad. I'm gonna try to maybe find another questing beast randomly here. I've got 2 more in the deck. I missed. I think we're just gonna pack it in. Bummer. That was a 30-minute game 1. 30-minute game 1. Don't have a ton of dedicated sideboard cards for this matchup. I do think I want to go down on the discard effects a little bit. I probably want to play my own Kalitases. Click submit. Existence for the 9 months. Appreciate you. That was a crazy turnaround. Yeah, I made a few bad mistakes for sure. This is a little less hopeful powerful Pioneer. I think so. I think she's pretty good. When you talk requesting Beast and Grim Flayer, Beast would have given you enough power to kill Kalitas and keep one creature. Just Beast would have given you enough power after casting Grim Flayer to kill Kalitas. Questing Beast has Death Touch, so I was just planning to block the Kalitas with Questing Beast. Alright, no lands. No maidens. This hand is great. I probably should put back this Invoke Despair. Invoke Despair is just so good in this matchup, though. I think I'll keep Liliana. I'm not sure. I feel like I need to keep this Invoke Despair. Let's take the Fable out of this hand. The Invoke can kill the Chandra pretty well if we can draw lands, and ideally if we're drawing spells, those are also going to help me kill the Chandra. Okay, I kind of wish I had kept the, I put the Invoke Despair back. Ugh, brutal. Okay, I guess now I should play the Flayer. The next turn I can go Liliana plus attack. If they want to Harvester, kill my Grim Flayer, I guess that's okay too. Because I can get it back with Liliana. Also fine. So if they do go land Chandra, they have to discard a card at least. And then we're definitely just kind of banking on rattling off 2 lands. Got 3 lands in our opener, haven't drawn one yet. 25 land deck. You discard Fatal Push. Attack for 3. Pretty bad card to draw, to be honest. We draw land next turn, though. We get to push the Harvester. Replay one of these. I've been liking Pioneer in this deck. I've been liking both Pioneer and this deck so far. Oh, it's been an unfortunate turn of events for sure. Wow, they just chose not to cast the Fable. I guess this is more mana efficient though. Stinks. That feels so bad, dude. I don't know exactly what that means, but he said, "Do you want to be featured?" And I said, "Okay." So I agreed to do something. I'm not sure exactly what that something is though. Hit dirty 30 today. No, I'm turning 28. Although I've been telling everyone it's been 29, so I feel a little younger. Laser speed with the 2 months. Appreciate you. Colossal Plow. Okay. Okay, I think I'm just gonna hold up mana this turn. I'm kind of scared of the Plow. Did I know Caleb D's birthday is today? Oh, I was like loosely aware that we had the same birthday. I might be misremembering. That is true, right? That it is actually Caleb D's birthday, because that does sound right. Yeah, Texas Day Brazil is really good. It's pretty expensive though. Yeah, I totally forgot. We talked about this last year, too, though. I think Tailsend is good versus 4 color. It seems to counter the whole deck. Yeah, Tailsend is good against them. Dispute is good against them, too. 2-mana counter spells are good against them in general. It's also not like 2 mana win the game, though. Is Murktide a good deck choice in Modern? It's okay. It's fine. Alright, 2 plows. These are crew 6. But Murderous Rider? You could play Murderous Rider. I think the card's like pretty mediocre, but it's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna play, again, Jessica Lotus Field tomorrow. Yeah. Me and Esther bought Texas Day Brazil gift cards for our anniversary, and then we forgot to bring them when we actually went. So we had to go again. New Mono Black 5-drop announced. Okay, pretty exciting. Okay, is technically Mono Black. 5 mana, 5/5 Flash Vampire. Whatever Everlyn the Covetous or another Vampire ETBs. Exile top card of each player's library with a collection counter. Once per each turn, you may play a card with an exile counter. If it was exile by an ability you control, you may spend mana as though any color to cast it. Peace Walker Colossus, huh? I think I'm just gonna trade here. It can't crew itself, notably. Okay, they have a second Toolcraft Exemplar, which can't crew on defense. Just gonna get him for 4. And then I think I just play my Graveyard Trespasser, and then I'll push the Plow. Let's drain them for 1 here. Consider Rotting Register here. Not in this deck, no. But still think potentially persisting on turn 2. It's just better than jamming Zatalpa. If you disagree with me, that's totally fine. All I can do is offer my opinion. I don't agree. You also can't really persist that on turn 2. You don't have any, like, unless you Thoughtseize yourself, which like just never happens, right? But if you disagree, that's fine. You know, go with your gut. Okay, so I'll probably trade Questing Beast for Colossus here. Go to combat, my Toolcraft Exemplar trigger immediately resolves. Dude, there's like a lot of drama about this card in Standard, because it's like, if your opponent said, go to combat, and you said, okay, that meant all of a sudden you were in combat, and this trigger's resolved. But a lot of times you wanted to respond to the trigger, so it like... Because it checked twice. It was just a mess. It was just like an absolute mess. Okay. First time unable to cast Invoke Despair. Counter 1. Although I might just want to hold the Boseiju to channel anyways. Yeah, like this happened. It happened to me at at like one of the Hunter Burton events too, where it was incredibly relevant at the time, where my opponent said, go to combat, and I said, okay. I literally said, okay, I have effects in combat, is what I said. And it was like, there was like, and my opponent called a judge, and the judge said, well, because you said okay, we're already in the declare attacker step. And I'm like, how is this real? How is this real life? It was so frustrating. I really, it was like, I think it was the only time I like argued with the judge for like several minutes, and I did not win my appeal. It was so frustrating. No, they changed how the rules work now. They changed how the rules work. But, like, you just, like... If your opponent was aware of how it worked, like, you just, like, actually couldn't cast spells at the beginning of combat step. And I, like, that was maybe, like, the most relevant format ever to cast the spell effects in. This hand's kind of fragile in the draw. Maybe it's still a keep. I think I'm gonna try it. Yeah, it's like, yeah, like you actually just can't say the word. You couldn't say the word okay. Okay was me, like just saying okay was that was the trap word. It was so frustrating. Whereas Sorin just like a pretty generically good format of mid-range threat. It has a nice, it's kind of medium against all matchups, maybe particularly good against blue-white, but you know, it does a lot of things well. Nothing super duper good. Yeah. You'd have to say at the beginning of combat, I'm casting this. Yeah, this is, I was not allowed to crew and I said combat crew attack. Yeah, it was so frustrating that, like, saying the word combat did not mean go to the beginning of combat step. It meant go to the beginning of attacker step. It was just, like, the dumbest rule I've ever, like, really had to deal with. I was very frustrated by it. A lot of drama back then. 2 Ingenious Smiths. It's a pretty good hand. Although they can't cast the Smiths, so I guess I'll just take the only card they can cast. Thank you, stranger. Green Linen, the 19 months, appreciate ya. So you can cast their Peace Walker Colossus now, crew 4. I don't get it. Did the beginning comment step not exist before it attacked? It existed, but for some reason, like there was just a ruling that the phrase "go to combat" was a accepted shortcut to go to the attacker step, and it was just like, and what was also so dumb about that rule is like,
what's up? It's me, your friend.
I would say that the majority of the player base, at least above 50%, wasn't aware that that was what that commonly accepted shortcut meant, and so you would just get rules lawyered into a loss. You would just like lose games you'd otherwise be winning because you just don't understand that this was like the accepted lingo. Because how could you? It's so unintuitive. Yeah. And obviously, like I don't want this to dissuade people from playing, competitive Magic. Like this was very much an outlier. This is not a very common thing to have happen. This is not this is not normal. Okay, this can't activate the Peace Walker Colossus ability. Only cast pilot or vehicle spells. Yeah, I would say that this is again very, very uncommon. This is like some of like this rule doesn't exist anymore. This kind of stuff doesn't really happen anymore. Invoke Despair, kill ya. Okay, let's keep this hand. I don't know if I want to put back the second Thoughtseize. I think I do actually just want to put back second Thoughtseize. Tech for DG Jeff. Mono black Karn. Dude, I'm getting freaking flashbacks right now. This is looks very much like a deck I used to play. Hey.
Did you get an email from our apartment?
I could check.
Because our water is off.
They usually don't email when they turn it off.
What?
I know it. That's ridiculous. Yeah. We're moving though.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm taking the Karn. 5-drop Vampire Sword. Okay, I also got this deck tech to do. That's just got no water. So I'm going to want to play Graveyard Trespasser first. Yes, I'm going to play Graveyard Trespasser first so I can pressure their Liliana. I can just shrink their Aetherborn. Oh yeah, we just saw this card. I don't think this card's good for modern mono black. Okay, black white aristocrats in Pioneer. I'm assuming. Right to Oblivion. This card's fine. I think that people generally overvalue like these 2-minute removal spells that have like these opportunity costs that you have to jump through. You know what I mean? Like your big payoff for sacrificing a permanent here is you get to. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, but yeah, your big payoff is, I think, ultimately not that impactful. Okay, I'm gonna get kind of cute here. I'm gonna shrink the Aetherborn, and then I'm gonna attack. And then my opponent is maybe going to block, and I get to push and kill both here. Maybe I should just attack. I should have just attacked first. I should have just attacked first. I tapped. I've got Urborg in play. This is a sneaky push. It's not letting me preview the cards. There we go. Yeah, I should just attack first though. That's kind of dumb. I would play 4 Priest of the Forgotten Gods, and also I feel like I mean, Cruel Celebrant is mostly just better than Zulaport Cutthroat, right? It triggers off your Liliana Planeswalker dying, and it has 2 toughness. It's a 1/2 instead of an 0/1. Or sorry, a 1/1. I know it's like a little bit harder to cast, but I think you're supposed to just play 4 Celebrants. Wait, what the hell happened? Oh, they had their own push. We should have pushed after damage. Yeah. I see. Oh, they have Go Blank? It's pretty brutal. Okay, so... guess we just have to do this. Get in for 3. My mind is going blank, huh? I guess I could have exiled the Aetherborn because they might minus Liliana here, but I'm pretty happy if they minus Liliana because I get to kill it, and then I want to leave this in the graveyard for my creature that exiles creatures. Yeah, I want to see the 4th Priest, and maybe just like 4 Celebrants, 1 Cutthroat. I don't know. I would probably main deck Thoughtseize over Push. Thoughtseize in the side, or Push in the side, Thoughtseize in the main. It's probably how I would build the deck. Okay, I get to kill the Finlurker with the Liliana. Kill their Liliana if they don't have another push. My Liliana takes 2. It's going to be okay. Best of Remembrance is pretty good. I've never been a huge Hidden Stockpile fan. The card's probably correct to play here, though. Yeah, overall the list looks pretty good. I would just make those other changes I listed. I like this card a lot. I think this card's great. Cool list too, I'll say. Just have to. I think you're just like, once you make those changes in the playtesting step 2, where I'm not really sure how good it's going to be overall in the metagame without playtesting it, but I think you're at a good place to just start playtesting. Okay, fine with this, so I get to just kill Liliana. Get back the Gifted Aetherborn. I draw another Fabled Passage, which I'm gonna play. My opponent has Yarok's Finlurker in their deck, so I don't want to just like let them Finlurker me. But I do think I want, and I could just trigger Tracker with the Fabled Passages if I draw them. So I play the Aetherborn. Pass. I think I plus here, and then this does have value in play, which is why I played it. The Swamp doesn't have much value, so maybe I do hold that one for Tracker. So Vivian at the Hunt and Planesbound Accomplice combo. What's the combo? When I target the Aetherborn, since it says lifelink. Hive doesn't trade for Tiamat, but it does trade for the Aetherborn. I just want to trade. When you're spending like 5 mana effectively to like fire up your creature land, you don't want to just have to do it every turn. You just want to trade and be done with it. Okay, so now I'll play the Swamp so that I can Hive still. Land as value. I mean, I said it has some value. I know that is the value it has. I know that that's what it does. But I think it has more value to hold for Tracker than it does to play around Finlurker. Immediately Castle Lock Dwayne's. Okay, so now I'll probably target the Aetherborn. Then I'll just leave up both Hives on defense, so I can attack. One XL2 creatures. I thought I only had one trigger at first, right? The front side only triggers once, and then the back side triggers both. 6-drop Vivian. Oh, I thought you were talking about the 6-drop Vivian, Feldar Guardian, Karmic Guide, Kiki Jiki. Okay, so we're going to... That is a great top deck. Oh, this is... Oh, yeah. I saw that combo. Yeah, I thought we were talking about... I thought we were talking about Vivian, the 5-mana Arcbow, Ranger Vivian, and there was some combo in this deck. Yeah, I don't think that combo is going to be very competitive. You already can like basically combo Planesmount Accomplice with Luca, and it's not that competitive at the moment. Love to be wrong though. Okay, so if they sack the Aetherborn, they have to sack the Tiamat. So it just kind of depends on how many cards they want me to draw. Pioneer is now just Invoke Despair mirror matches. Am I okay trading here? I think I'm okay trading. It's about to flip back anyways. Wow, they're straight up just... Oh, they have push. That is like an ambitious decision to not block. Yeah, we have 4 Tireless Trackers in the deck. We're not fetching. Super surprised I didn't see more Invoke Despair in Mars. Too slow. I've been playing it in the mono black Coffers deck, although we've kind of determined that Golos is the better of the 2/5 drops. But Invoke Despair I feel like is very good power level 4 Pioneer. Gray Merchant Drain for 4. Flooding out still. Do have an okay attack. Since Vivian's entertaining if you don't get blown out by removal. Well, you do, because your opponent just knows what's up and they kill your... I think I killed a 4 toughness creature. This also dies to non-revolted push. You do. Your opponent knows what's up 100% of the time and always just kills your Planesbound Accomplice in response to you activating the trigger. It goes down to 6. They get to gain some life off the Gifted Aetherborn. Okay. We have to pressure their life total because of the castle. We also get to exile the Cling to Dust with this attack, which is pretty relevant. Then we get to decay the Aetherborn, and we're dead to a Gray Merchant this turn. But this means that they're going to have a hard time activating their castle. I think Winota Goria's Vengeance could be good. I don't know. There seems like there's a lot of weird deck building decisions that would go on there that I don't necessarily think would be that competitive now. Okay, Murderous Rider. Hopefully they didn't find a push. Wait, is Golos Golos is legal in Pioneer. What if we play Golos in the Mono Black Devotion deck? Yeah, Cabal Stronghold's pretty bad. One thing I was thinking about the Mono Black Devotion deck is you get to play Meathook Massacre. Yeah, I know there's no coffers, but there is Nick those. I mean, it's obviously not as good. Seems better in mono green, maybe. Maybe, yeah. Better late than never, Tireless Tracker. So I have to draw something else. Hello, something else. Obviously did 2 removal spell. Against the mono black deck. I think there's a competitive port of your mono green Eldrazi for Pioneer. The thing is, like, there's no reason to play the Eldrazi without Eldrazi Temple. There's just, like, actual no payoff. Davies with the Twitch Prime, appreciate you. Vraska, our queen, saving us. Oh my gosh. The games today have been so freaking swingy. Oh no, I didn't realize this was nighttime. Oh no, sorry. I'm still not used to playing with these cards. I didn't realize it was night. We just killed them. I think the questing beast is gonna kill them. Okay, that kills them. Sorry. Ugh. I didn't realize it was night. I'm learning, chat. I'm learning. Wick, I think with 11. Appreciate you. Not 100% sure how we want to sideboard. I kind of like the second Duress. I don't think I like these Decays all that much. You play Elder Gargoth and Quisibus? Yeah, I'm more so playing Despair instead of Gargaroth, but if you're playing like just like 7 5-drops, that's too many. Or 8 5-drops. Play the Kalitases. Thank you, Matthew. First recent Pioneer stream. We did one Monday. Kind of a sandwich of streams this week. How's Pioneer as a format? It's pretty good, I think. It's kind of hard to nail down. I think there's a lot of people brewing and trying to innovate, but there are definitely like decks that are. There are definitely decks that are defining the format that make it kind of difficult to go too crazy, which I think is kind of good. But like, when any brew that you're playing, you have to like think, what's my plan for Lotus Field? What's my plan for Blue-White Control? What's my plan for Phoenix? What's my plan for Winota? Data with the 18 months, appreciate you. And Plomatron with the 7 months. Yeah, so as far as I know, SCG Dallas is not going to have real coverage or, traditional coverage, but there are a couple people doing backpack streams. I was going to do a backpack stream, but then I didn't want to spend $600 for equipment when I'm about to buy a house. But Anzid MTGs asked me if I wanted to be on a feature match. So I guess we're going to be doing some of that. I don't know exactly what that's going to entail, but I did agree to do it. Tried 5-color humans. I haven't tried it. It is probably somewhat doable, though. Also need Obnix. I like the card. It's good. And then Corey Bawmaster, I think, is also doing a backpack stream. And then I don't know if anybody else is. I'm sure somebody else is. Thank you, SB. Yeah, I'm gonna play the Jessica Lotus Field deck tomorrow. How's my sister's birthday going? I haven't told her happy birthday yet. I told her happy birthday yesterday. Opponent is tanking on the Thoughtseize. I haven't seen the Grixis Ascendancy. Someone want to post it in chat? How do you manage not reaching a breaking point when I'm always answering questions and doing so much? Oh, well, that's kind of the thing. If I feel like I'm reaching a breaking point, I can just stop, right? And if I see a question I don't feel like answering, I don't answer it. But I like to try to communicate, and I like to try to be helpful. I like to help people get better at Magic and answer questions. Thank you, Stoneway. Am I tired? Yeah, I've been in a state of tired for like the last month of not sleeping well and doing a lot of stuff. Yeah, I also get to yell at chat when I am having a bad day, which is great. How does my hair do that? Well, I woke up like this, to be honest. I just got birthday deck feel. It felt, like it feels. Sorry, I'm stumbling a little bit. It felt fine. It felt just like the other birthday decks. It also felt weak to like, like people were like felt when I was playing the deck, people felt very ready to answer Murktide Regent, which is always a good way to lose, right? For Izzet control, I'd rather play Heat or Lightning Bolt. If you're playing DRC Bauble, then you definitely want to play Heat, but like maybe like traditional Blue Moon has a difficulty turning on Delirium, you just want Bolt instead. Alright. I know they have Urborg in their hand, so I should feel pretty comfy just grabbing a Forest here. Kind of surprised they didn't play Fabled Passage when they've got 2 pushes in their hand. Pioneer isn't on MTGA, but a similar format is. Yeah, there's Historic on MTGA. It is similar. Or it started off similar, and then they kind of diverged a little bit. Because there's been a lot of, like, straight to Historic cards that have been, like, really format defining. Was Deathred Shaman a consideration? As someone who's played a lot of Pioneer, and played a lot, like, at the beginning of Pioneer, too... Deathred Shaman is not very good at most lists. It wasn't very good in Standard either. Just, you know, it is actually fetch lands that make that card pretty broken. Tried any modern red black midrange with DRC post Bauble post Luris. I feel like most red black X midrange decks don't want to be playing DRC Bauble. They want to be playing Liliana Seasoned Pyromancer instead. I haven't tried it though, but I've sat down to build it, and I just don't think it's as good. How was the house inspection? House inspection was went pretty smoothly. There's like some minor cosmetic issues, and there's no mailbox. Or so there's a mailbox, but there's no door on the mailbox. All very minor things, and yeah, I know they've got pushes, so I'm definitely just playing the Trespasser. All very minor things that are easily fixed, and my sister is actually. She's been doing like a lot of like home renovation projects around my parents' house, and we've kind of like asked her to, you know, fix up the small stuff to fix. But like the foundation's good, the roof is good, the plumbing is good, the air conditioner and heater are really old. They're really old, so like we're kind of concerned we're gonna have to replace those at some point, but they are working. They pass inspection. Yeah, I am really happy. This. Me and us have been trying to get out of this apartment for a long time. Okay, opponent, not casting, or not playing the Urborg. He says the heater. Yeah, we're more concerned for the air conditioning because it's about to be summer in Texas, but it'll be okay. It'll be okay. Yeah, and then like. Oh, also, there's a hand guard or what banister, whatever on the there's a staircase, and it's 2 inches below regulation. It's 2 inches below regulation. Our inspector told us. What am I proposing to her? Do I have a ring yet? I don't have a ring yet. Our plan is like wedding rings and houses and weddings are expensive, and so it's just always been the plan to buy a house and then get married, just like spend. It feels like we're spending our money so much better doing that. Spinach, thank you for the 15 months. Appreciate you. The chick of the home has good ISP. Yes, I get to switch off of. I have basically my choice of ISP. I have my choice of ISP. I get to leave Spectrum. I'm super excited for that. And there's also no homeowners. There's no HOA, no homeowners association to pay fees for. So I'm really, really excited to be not paying an HOA fee, getting my choice of internet connection. Ugh. That's what me and my fiance did, except I secretly bought the ring and proposed after the move. That's very cute.
What's up?
That's very
it's
cute.
Me, your friend Aspiring Spike.
Punk Not Dead, happy birthday. Thank you. Thank you for the bits. Yeah, Pioneer's been pretty fun. It's a bit more fun when your opponent doesn't have... I'm assuming they have some internet issues or something. Their own Spectrum. Am I going to Google Fiber? We'll see. I'm going to get some quotes from a few different companies. I'm trying to see if I can set it up before we move in, so I don't have any downtime. What's the problem with HOA? Wouldn't it be a good thing? Well, it's like usually like they just kind of take your money and do nothing with it. Is how it works in America. They just take your money and they don't do anything with it. Obviously, if they do stuff with it, it's fine. But the neighborhood is nice. All of the houses are well maintained, and I'm pretty happy not having to pay like an extra grand a year or something or more. Might I suggest a Moist Nante ring? I don't know what that is, but I'm just gonna buy whatever Esther wants. Although I was looking at, actually, there's apparently you can get rings made out of meteorites. I think that would be pretty cool. I think that's what I want. Synthetic diamond? Yeah, I don't know that we're gonna necessarily do diamonds. Yeah, put and play smart, not playing the Urborg here. Tiles for 22 months, let's appreciate you. I looked at those, they can't be resized ever, require a lot of care. I'll keep thinking about it. Dude, no lands, okay. No lands, no maidens. Should we be playing 26 lands? Probably, surely we shouldn't be playing 26, right? 25's gotta be okay. Maybe not, though. Got a lot of 5-drops. We're also a Tireless Tracker deck, too. Oof. If I draw a land, I can kill the Karn. They grab the Citadel? Go blank. Okay. No! No. I think we're about to get Bolas's Citadel. Maybe not. Yeah, I'm kind of interested in 26. I think I agree. 26 cut the third questing beast. Or the Sorin? Maybe the Sorin. Could maybe play Castle Locktwain. I did kind of want to fit one Castle Locktwain into the deck. Deck tech for Arcbound Worker? Hell yeah. Yeah, I saw the common fetch lands. Might be a popper thing. Yeah, we did get Bola Citadel. Although it's pretty dangerous, so I've got double Invoke Despair here. Ooh. Okay. The Questing Beast is really good too. I get to put them down to 4 and kill a Planeswalker. Not sure which Planeswalker. Lifebane Zombie? No! So I draw land, I Invoke Despair, then they get to gain millions of life with this card. Okay, gotta go to game 3. No, I haven't seen the new Ascendancy. Let me kind of push at the 3rd Duress. I got the deck tech too. Hold on. Happy birthday, Spike, and good luck at the house at you. But thank you so much. Happy birthday. Heart, congratulations. Thank you, Spike. And then 1 Pithy Needle. And the Ragavans. Thank you, thank you. Okay, let's keep this, and if we lose, we'll just go add the 26th land. We lose, we just drop, add the 26th land, move on. I remember I used to play Standard, and like this. I played Green White and Standard when Lifebane Zombie was legal, and I hated Lifebane Zombie playing the Green White creature deck. It was very good against me usually. You might be surprised to hear. Okay, Aetherborn. We drew 2 lands, so we don't actually need to add the 26. But they give Karn the Great Critter and Anvil Sack. I hate it. It helps you get Oven Anvil more consistently. It's a 4-mana tutor in a deck that plays wants to play Experimental Synthesizer. I really dislike Karn in those decks. I would very much caution you against it. Think the new album will be good at Anvil? I think it'll be good in Pioneer Anvil. I think it's unlikely to see play in Modern Anvil. Maybe in the sideboard against Control, but Control's already a good matchup. Go Blank is so good. But so is Tracker. So here's a... Oh, I definitely was supposed to play this as Black Source, sorry. But here's a fun little trick where you get to sack your clue to Vraska and then grows the trackers. But I tested with the GGs. Too much value. 2 and 1. Have small little sideboard decisions that take forever to figure out. Play against 4-color Omnath. Probably not a very good matchup. No, Dim Protector is not playable. I'm sorry. A lot of these questions are questions that we've answered, like playtesting Pioneer in the past, and yeah, Dim Protector just not cutting it. Can you bring Narset against Titan because of Colossus? I guess you can, yeah. It's also good against Tamashi combo. Tamashi combo is like definitely the card you would have dodged. Narset versus Living End. Well, it's good against their... Well, it is slow, but it finds you Chalice, Force of Negation, and can like stop them from cycling multiple times in a turn. But like, Living End's also like one of your best matchups. You're playing 4 Chalice, 3 Rest in Peace, 4 Force of Negation. That matchup's just great. Whiskey, thank you for the tier 1. Deck for K-Poppy. Elks, 4 months. Not sure to do deck, but hopefully this. You actually have to do channel points or give 2 different subs. The resubs don't count for it, unfortunately. Otherwise, we'd have, 10,000 deck techs a month. Okay. Don't love not playing till anything till turn 3, especially on the draw, but here we are. Maybe we should mulligan. Grixis Sorin Tal. Good name. So Sorin puts in Olivia. But she lets you return a creature tapped and attacking. You also have Lord Xander. I think this is fine. I actually like the Griefs a lot here with the Olivias. Okay. I don't like these Serum Visions very much, though, I'll tell you that. Okay, I can still sack Fabled Passage. Does this shut off anything else? I'm not sure it does. Let me go ahead and just get a Vampire Nighthawk with no Death Touch in play. I can double block the Yusharn potentially. Maybe start invoking some Despair. Yeah, I wouldn't play the Serum Visions. I would definitely play 4 Thoughtseize. I'm not sure that I would main deck these Inquisitions. I would probably like to see the full 4 Dragon Rages Channelers. Channeler does seem pretty good here. Although if it maybe making you play Bauble is just too many slots. Yeah, maybe actually cut the Channelers into Baubles. I know I'm just flipping the script. And then you play 4 Moldrifter, which is going to help your Olivias a lot. And I probably want to see 4 Consider before the first Serum Visions. Maybe 4 Consider 2 Serum Visions if you feel like you really need to play that card. Oh, I forgot that Escape to the Wilds was Pioneer legal. It got banned in Standard. Dude, this deck looks crazy. Very intimidating. Yeah, I think that's probably the way I'd go. 4 Moldrifter, 2 Consider, no DRC 4 Consider, no DRC Bauble, 2 Visions if you feel like you have to play it. I'm not sure that you do. Maybe just after some playtesting, evaluate that. You could potentially play like a couple of Malakir Rebirths too. They're pretty good with your Kroxas, Griefs, and Moldrifters. And they're like also okay. Oh, Olivia's an exile, not sacrifice. Okay. Yeah, but I think like a couple like Malakir Rebirths, like lands number 23, 24, maybe okay if you're not playing DRC Bauble too. Nitpicky Nerds, the 5 months. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. The token doesn't have Death Touch. I said Vampire Nighthawk without Death Touch. Knight of Malice are for the blue-white control matchups, mostly. You post your deck list here? Yes, you can. Okay, very good turn for my opponent. I will cast Invoke Despair. It's I don't think doing enough. But it's at least enough value for me to not feel like I need to concede here. If they have a Fable, if they get to go Omnath Fabled Passage, we are kind of toast. Okay, I think Sorin Visitor is quite bad. I think Wandering Emperor is quite good. I would maybe just play a 3-3 split of Gideon and Wandering Emperor. I wouldn't play any Sorin. Maybe one Sorin if you just really love the card, but boy, do I not like it. I hate Legion's Landing. This is also like a card that I feel like I've always evaluated Legion's Landing as being quite bad. I've always evaluated Legion's Landing as just being like the dopiest ever, to be honest. Tato, thank you for the 2 months. Appreciate you. That's Hammer Time seen playing Pioneer. We saw a sick Hammer Time deck tech yesterday that looked pretty cool. But as far as like established decks, I feel like it's still not quite there. Okay, so I think as we go Tracker, Forest, Thoughtseizes, Flayer. I just feel like Legion's Landing is so unimpactful, and I just straight up have never been impressed by that card. Gonna concede to the second Reef here, I think. This matchup seems probably not great. Is Go Blank good? Go Blank might be good. I think I'm also interested in Duresses. The Decays don't seem phenomenal. They do kill Cobra, but I've got Push, Liliana for Cobra. Do something like this. Liliana, Vraska's kind of slow too. The opponent's deck seems great. Yeah, I also feel like this plan of just playing like the 2 mana, like play Raise the Alarm, play Secure the Waste, play Legion's Landing, play Wedding Invitation is not a very good plan. I don't think this is a super powerful thing to be doing. I also like just don't love Rite of Oblivion in a deck like this, where the idea is like, oh, I'm gonna have plenty of tokens to sacrifice this, but answering a permanent for 2 mana at sorcery speed is not that good. Obviously, it's gonna be fine sometimes, but you are like 1.5ing yourself half the time. And the fact that this flashback is nice, but I just don't love this card without like cards that like want to be sacrificed rather than just thinking I'm gonna have tokens around. Let's keep this. That being said, I'm not sure that there's a better way to enact this game plan, but like I just generally don't think the game plan's very good. No Lingering Souls in the format. Sideboard does look pretty good. I'll say that. Okay, we've got a... hopefully we can just Liliana their Lotus Cobra on turn 3. That would be great. I like the sideboard a lot. You'd obviously have to figure out what your matchup spread exactly looks like before you can really say that this is the best way to build a sideboard, but I feel like I would be pretty satisfied just like submitting this and playtesting. How much have I played against Mono Red and Pioneer? How far it stacks up? I've played against Mono Red probably like 8 or 9 times, but I feel like there's a lot of different versions. I also feel like the mid-range land. Dang it. I feel like the mid-range version of the Mono Red deck is really good and hard to build. Oh, no untapped land. We do get to make this a 4/4 though. Hopefully we have an untapped land 4 cards deep that can kill the Reef, but I guess they don't have an untapped land either. Now, obviously, I wish I kept the Fabled Passage. I think that trying to find an untapped land here was just too important. I think Chandra Just to Kill is really good too. About some MDFCs? I mean, none of the MDFCs are like that good at green-black, right? Kind of surprised they're playing the Fabled Passage and not saving it for landfall. Okay, we know that we got a Rogran Triome and a couple mystery cards over there. I guess I'll keep the Swamp on top. Yeah, I was thinking Chain Whirler was a card that I'd be interested in playing too. Absolutely. At least in the sideboard. I've been wanting to kind of revisit my mono. Can they Genesis Ultimatum next turn? They can. They can. Because they have an extra land drop off the escape. This is 7 mana for next turn. Don't think I've got much choice besides... I guess I could have minus the Liliana just looking for a random questing beast. But I think I just want to play a second potentially lethal threat. Oh, I should probably have kept the Swamp on top, but whatever. I'm not sure that this ultimatum is going to be good enough. We'll see. They have to... Can they play the Forest? They should be able to play the Forest, right? Yeah. Look at top 5 cards, but any number of permanents from among them onto the battlefield. Rest into your hand. Exile Genesis Ultimatum. Alright, and they back it up. Non-cohesive, tier 1, appreciate you. Winning all the draws probably gonna be kind of tough. We'll see what happens. Okay, I like this hand well enough to keep. If we can go Thoughtseize turn 1, go Blanket turn 3, Questing Beast turn 4, Invoke Despair turn 5, I'll be pretty happy. Not a terrible draw. Dovin's Veto is kind of a problem. I think I need to take the Cobra, though. What's the next plan against Winota? I mean, we've got 4 Fatal Push, 4 Fabled Passage. The Liliana and the Last Hopes are pretty good against them, too. Thoughtseize is good against them, too. Kind of surprised my opponent chose to play Fabled Passage there. If they tap out for Cultivate, we're going to go blank. And if they leave up Dovin's Veto, we'll cast Graveyard Trespasser. Yeah, I think that they played this so that they could Cultivate this following turn. Yeah. So the hand is Genesis Ultimatum, Dovin's Veto, and then whatever land they tutor and keep in their hand. No trophy. I mean, Assassin's Trophy sucks. It's I don't know. That card's always been pretty bad in every format. Not every format, but yeah, I don't know. Like I'm kind of Assassin's Trophy is still not good in 2022. It still is like horrible to cast on like turns 2 through 5. No, go blank a sideboard. You could main deck. The card's pretty good though. They discard Island and Genesis Ultimatum, keeping the Dovin's Veto in their hand. They put this Force into place, and it's Veto, 3 mystery cards, Shocks and Steam Vents. Gross. Although their hits were not that good overall. To invoke a little Despair next turn if they tap out a Veto, the one that's in their hand, of course. Maybe they have like double a Braid. Could this deck be jumped with the Triumph? I mean, the 2-color mana bases in Pioneer are a lot better than 3-color mana bases. It is not ridiculous to build 3-color ones, but they're typically not as good. I'm trying to think if I should be exiling my own Questing Beast for a Drain or leaving it in the graveyard for Delirium. I think I'll leave it in the yard for Delirium. Obviously, we know they've got Dovin's Veto up, so we're not slamming Invoke Despair this turn. We could maybe just draw a 1-mana discard spell to get it through. Kind of surprised they have basic planes. I guess they have to have the basic planes, but they are a ultimatum deck. And it's Dovin's Veto mystery card. I think the only card I could draw that would make me cast Invoke Despair this turn is another copy of Invoke Despair. Oh no, I guess I could have played differently. So, but now I can't 1-mana discard spell and Despair the same turn. But I guess I can just fire up the Hive. Bistro with the 5-pack. Thank you. Play Tap Tomb. And I think I'm gonna get a little greedy and exile my own Questing Beast now because I'm about to get the Grim Flayer trigger. Thank you for the 5-pack, Bistro. Okay, anything you want to say? Are there any Yorion decks in Pioneer? Yeah, there are plenty. There's no shortage of Yorion decks. Thank you, Bistro. Then takes it. Just graveyard all that. We also get to flip our Werewolf Cycles Triumph. Shocks in Temple Garden. Then cultivates as a concession. Awesome. Let's go. I'm assuming this is a concession. GG's. This matchup seems rough. Glad to beat it. Shout out to Go Blank. So we lost a crazy match 1 to Rakdos Midrange. Managed to squeak out match number 4 here. Uh-oh. Okay, yeah, it does seem like a good commander card. Your Black Rock, how's it feel over Black Red? It's obviously like a very similar deck, but I have been liking it so far today. Or admittedly limited sample size. Yeah, we are going to be cutting the Sorin for the first Castle Locthwain. I think that I want to be on 26 lands. 25 has felt like a little light in the in the for Tireless Tracker deck. Oh, sorry, I forgot to do prediction. Guys will have to go prediction list for today. I also kind of think we should be playing the slow lands over the pathways, because the pathways do make it kind of hard to cast Invoke Despair. Can someone remind me the name of the green-black slow land, please? I don't know what it is. Yeah, they're definitely stumbling a bit here. Not sure exactly if this was in their range of keeps, but probably was, right? How's Vraska fared? I like Vraska. She's pretty good with Tracker, actually. Within Cemetery. No, that's the check land. Death Cap. Yes, Death Cap for QD. Yeah, this is going to make our Invoke Despairs a lot easier to cast. Yeah, Fieldless Lotus Field. Okay, I'm gonna, I think, Grim Flayer before casting Invoke Despair. I was gonna Grim Flayer before casting Invoke Despair so that I could find exactly Thoughtseize. So now, I guess I'm going to Thoughtseize pre-combat. Then probably just double Clue token. Okay, they've got a Mastermind's Inquisition, Hidden Strings, Fae of Wishes. We have an Urborg in the deck. We have an Urborg in the deck. I'm really surprised they didn't Fave Wishes last turn. So they can copy a Black Source with the Thespian stage, and then they can Mastermind's Acquisition for Lotus Field. So and then they can Hidden Strings, Lotus Field, go off. So I think I'm supposed to take Acquisition, right? I'm not 100% sure. Urborg was printed in a core set. I can't remember which one it was, though. Is Pathway better than the 4th Swamp? With 4 Fabled Passages, I think you won 6 basics. I'm not 100% sure. Warrants of blaming Blooming Marsh. We have you know, we've got a lot of 4 and 5 drops in the deck, and Tireless Tracker. I think these cards make you not want to play Blooming Marsh. I'm at least open to hear what you would play over the Marsh, but I just don't think it's correct to play. So I'm attacking for... I mean, I'll just graveyard all of these. It shouldn't really matter. I'm just going to go Thoughtseize, Invoke Despair next turn. No, there's many better lands to play than Pain lands. Yeah, we're actually... I think that the slow lands I actually think are... In this 26 land deck, I think I want to just be playing Deathclap Glade over the Pathways. Alright, they are casting Granted. I don't know what this is getting. Ugin. I think taking Hidden Strings keeps them off double black. No, it doesn't, because they get to Thespian stage one of my black sources. Okay, I'll just not show them the Invoke Despair by animating the Hive this turn. Wait, why didn't they cast the Fave Wishes? They just didn't cast Fave Wishes. They were dead anyways, but... They just didn't cast the Fave Wishes. Okay, gonna bring in the Damping Spheres, the Duresses, the Go Blanks, cutting the Fatal Pushes, the Abrupt Decays, the Lilianas, probably, for Vraska. It's probably a bit bad to keep against Lotus Field on the draw. Sand also has no 1-mana discard spell, no Damping Sphere. I'll keep it if they keep if they go to 5, but they kept 6, so I'm gonna go to 5. Obviously like this hand a lot. I think that I want to go keep 2 lands, Threat, and a Damping Sphere. The question is, what threat should it be? Because Grim Flayer is actually pretty bad if they have Grazer. How likely are they to have Grazer on a 6-card hand? I think even still somewhat likely. Grazer's just so good. Yeah, this is our first league of the day with the deck. So I think we'll keep the tracker. We're making some changes for next league, though, despite this one going fine, of course. Sorry, we're going up to 26 lands. We're playing Deathcap Glade, Glaive over the Pathways, because it's kind of, I think the Pathways kind of awkward with the Invoke Despairs. Blue Marsh is better than Deathclap because you can use it to Thoughtseize turn 1, turn 2. I don't know. Like, we also have so many 3+ mana spells. I don't think I want to be that in on the slow lands. It's also like those are the only lands that enter. We also have the Hive of the Eye Tyrants. We have 4 Hive of the Eye Tyrants that enter untapped late or early. So it's like playing this and the slow lands or fast lands is too much, I think. Maybe we could have kept the Boseiju for the Blast Zone, but the Blast Zone is so slow here. We go Tracker land next turn. Okay, they just concede. Okay, 4-1 to our first league. Yeah, I think with us already being on 4 Hives, I think there's like no chance we should play Blooming Marsh. open an Eidolon. Okay, let's run it back with the changes. Well, then cemetery not good enough. No, you have too many non-forest swamps, right? You've got the Hive of the Eye Tyrants. You've got the Channel Lands. You've got one castle. Like, they'd probably be fine, but I think that the fact that, like,